After long-awaited um, days, we're here with Sergeant Major Rhoades. Very nervous about this interview, but man, screw it. We're gonna go into it.
I just go into it, man. Don't be so nervous about this.
All right, Sergeant Major, I have a few questions for you. Um, if you'd like to answer all of them, that'd be great. So first question is, what is it like to be, top dog, Sergeant Major?
So I will tell you, he's got a lot of questions on this sheet here. I'm looking at his questions right now. Um, there's no such thing as top dog, right? It's being a
Mm-hmm.
leader and be able to lead with passion, be able to take care of soldiers and families. I don't classify myself as a top dog. I put my pants on just like how you do every morning, one leg at a time. And put my shoes on just like how you do, bent over tying them. So just think about that. Um, that's where you get in trouble when you try to classify yourself as somebody superior than others. So that you just got to make sure you don't identify yourself as that.
Of course, Sergeant Major. Now I won't be asking you all these questions. Like, we can always do a part two if you
Yep.
want. Um, Another major question that I have is, how long did it take to become sergeant major? Like, how many years did it take?
It took roughly about 17 and a half to 18 years to get selected. Some get selected faster than others. It's all about your career progression, where you're at. Sometimes it's timing. Sometimes it's luck. Sometimes it's making sure you have the right schools and you're in the right positions to be promoted. And sometimes you take control of that. Sometimes a lot of people forget they would rather take the easy way out than the hard way in. Sometimes you have to be in positions that other people don't want to be in to be able to do that work, and the Army sees that.
Definitely, definitely. 17 years is a pretty long time.
It's not that long at all.
It goes by fast.
It goes by really quick.
Heck yeah,
So I got 27 in now. So
that's a long time. Um, do you do boards at all? Like, do you do promotion boards?
I have done promotion boards, done numerous promotion boards. Yes.
What are some characteristics you look for in a soldier when giving them their P status?
You look at confidence. You look at the overall potential of that service member. Can that service member, are they able to lead other soldiers? Can they lead their peers? Could they lead their subordinates? Um, you know what you can kind of see what their future may hold for that person as they attend the board, looking at the records, understanding the qualities they may have, and at the end of the day, can they lead somebody? Not just lead the individual, can they help with the individual's personal needs too, and their tactical needs in the formation? So if they can do all that, they get that vote for me.
Heck yeah. Um, what are some challenging things that you have done as a sergeant major?
Some challenging things, man. It's taken. Sometimes it feels like you take one step forward, two steps back. There's a lot of adversity as a sergeant major. There's a lot of adversity as a leader. You feel like once you get this part under control over here, it starts falling apart over here. So you have to be able to focus on everything, not just on one thing, if that makes sense. And I think be able to juggle that is the frustrations I find myself in at times.
That's really good. That's good advice too. I might take
Yep.
some of that. Um, how has your military career been over the 27 years?
Ups and downs, man. It's like a roller coaster. You have those highs. Like today's a high, right? I'm enjoying this. I want to be able to make sure y'all understand what it takes to be somebody. Um, those are my highs. Then you got your lows. That you deal with, and it's all about how you come out of that. Is who makes you who you are today. Sometimes people get in their lows and they stay in their lows and they can't get out of that hump, but we have to be the people to help push them over that hump to get to their highs.
Um, Another bonus question is,
Oh, bonus question. Okay. How much is this bonus question worth here? Is it 200 points?
um,
Is that double bonus?
depends on how much when my unit looks at my video. Why can't we step on your grass, Sergeant Major?
Oh man, I told you I was going to answer that question, right? So why is it important not to step on the grass? Why is it always like the sergeant major says, don't step on his grass? All right, I call that a shortcut, right?
Shortcut.
You see from point A to point B to your headquarters. Everybody wants to cut through the grass, get to the headquarters. Why is it important not to cut those corners? It leads to safety. If you cut corners and safety, what happens?
Things mess up.
When things mess up, lead to failure. So it's not about walking on the grass. It's about taking shortcuts from point A to point B. Sometimes you have to go point A to B to C to D, then to F, and back to A. But if you go to point A to point B and you take a shortcut, it's going to lead to disaster. Could lead to a safety fraction. Could lead to a soldier getting hurt, or even worse.
Definitely. Um, do you have any questions for me, Sergeant Major?
Oh, I got a lot of questions for you. So why did you join the Army?
Why did I join the army? Um, I joined the army because I was going through a rough time, and I was actually living in a hotel for 2 weeks before I joined the army. I wasn't that good of a kid when I was younger, so I wanted to be better, and I joined it for family. And my brother also always said that he wanted to join, but he can't join because he has medical issues,
Okay.
and so I did it for him, and did it for my family.
Okay. So what are some of the highs since you've been serving? How long have you been serving in the military?
I've been in for almost about 4 years.
Okay, 4 years. And this is your first duty station?
No, the second duty
Where
station.
were you at before?
I was in Korea.
Okay, so you did 12 months in Korea.
12 months in Korea.
Okay. So did you choose Korea or the Army choose Korea for you?
I chose Korea. It was option 19.
Okay.
Chose that.
And you're a 14 Tango?
14
Oh, really? See, I guess I pulled that one out, right?
Tango.
I didn't look at your records before I came in.
I
No, I
feel
did.
like
I
I
did
did.
not. I did not. I just actually guessed that one. So, what are some of your highs that you've been in the military?
Um, some highs that I've been in the military was, I would say mostly right now it would be the friends that I've made along the way.
Hmm.
Like those are the highs that I've and experiences getting to know my job and being able to do it
Yeah.
throughout Korea and here.
I will tell you, I have made some lifelong friends since I've been in the military. I got an individual that I met years ago, 2016. Met him and his family, and we're like brothers. I will call him anytime I need to vent or talk to or just bounce ideas off of. And I think the Army's afforded that for us. In the civilian sector, you don't have those friendships, those bonds that you can build and stuff. I feel like here in the military, you have those bonds that you build that you can build to open up like you can to your family. What are some of your lows?
Oof. Some of my
And how'd
lows.
you overcome those lows?
Oof. That's a really good one. Most of the lows that I've had were dealing with really bad leadership.
Yeah.
Like dealing with that, like some things you can't change. Like sometimes you just have to listen to what they say. Because if you don't listen to what they say, and it's gonna make it worse. So I would say either compromising with that leader, seeing
Mhm.
what they want, and I don't want to really say brown nose, but like get on their good side, and then just work from that. And then to get through those lows, I'd usually go to family or friends that I've had in that unit and just hang out with them on the weekends.
Yeah, and I will tell you, I talk about this all the time with soldiers. You have good leaders, and there are some bad leaders out there. No matter what sector you're in, you can go to Walmart, and you're gonna find somebody that you work with at Walmart that you just can't get along with. But you can still take qualities from those leaders and apply them to yourself to be who you are as a leader. And I will tell you, I had a conversation yesterday with some soldiers. Year between year 3 and 5 is the hardest time to figure out who you are as a person, who you are, who you want to be as a soldier, who you want to be as a leader. And it's very stressful because there's decisions you make, right? You're probably at the end of your first enlistment. Do I reenlist? Do I get out? What do I have to do? Those are hard decisions to make. And you got to think about those qualities that you were able to bring in from those leaders in the past and apply them to something in the future. So I'm going to ask you one last question here. So, what have you done as a person to help somebody else out while they're in their lows?
Um, I've helped so many people throughout their time. Usually, excuse me. Usually, what I would do is I would ask them if they have a support group, and if they don't have a support group, then I would bring them to the light, and I would show them that they can get out of their dark spot. And I don't really like seeing people in their lowest time, so I'll try everything I can to get them out of their dark times. And I'll bring them to like places that they like. I'll ask them what kind of food they like to eat, and I'll just bring them out of bring them back into the light. Or in other words, keep their mind off of the bad
Yeah.
and put their mind on the good.
You're engaged.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to ask you this question here, and it's going to create a conversation. This video is going to be a little lengthy, but of course, if you go back and edit it and everything else, what's the most important piece of furniture in your home?
I think about that. Almost said something dumb.
No, go ahead. No, there's no dumb answer to it.
I would say the most important would be the bed.
So why the bed?
Well, the bed is where you go.
So
to
think
relax.
about leadership, right? All right. So why the bed?
Well, that's because it's where you go to relax after a long day.
Okay. All right. So I would say the most important piece of furniture in your home is your mirror. Why would you think it would be your mirror?
Um,
I think sometimes we struggle to identify our own faults.
Yeah.
And be able to do that, we have to take a long look in the mirror and be able to own it too, right? There's sometimes I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect human being. We all make mistakes. But where we fail at is identifying those mistakes and how do we fix those mistakes. So that's where I think the most important piece of furniture is the mirror, to be able to take ownership of your mistakes and to be able to identify them, some self-reflection, so you can be able to lead, into the future, lead our soldiers and families to be successful. Got any last minute questions, last second questions?
no last minute questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 4 years in the Army, you love the Army, just got newly married. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That's awesome. Just moved out of the barracks. So I don't know if you're going to change your name from Barracks Podcast to whatever. I think you keep the name. I think it's a catchy name. That's what caught my eye when I saw it. Like, okay. And I just paid a visit to a soldier yesterday in the barracks. He wanted to show off his barracks room. So his chain of command reached out to me when I paid a visit to the soldier, and the soldier turned his barracks room to his home. That's his place where he can go back to re-energize, to relax, and just erase everything and just enjoy his relaxation so he can be ready for work the next day or for the following week.
Pretty cool.
So, all right, thank you for having me on board, man.
Of course, Sergeant Major.
I appreciate it. You gotta do some editing now, man.
Yeah.
Don't throw no raw stuff on there, man. You gotta throw some music on there.